G'day, welcome to episode 284 of Trent365. Today's Tuesday, the 11th of September, and I heard a great quote today from a guy called Peter Jones. For those that don't know, Peter is one of those tech moguls in the UK. He was one of the original dragons on the Dragon's Den, which is like Shark Tank for those of you in the US. And what he said was, just because there's a gap in the market doesn't mean that there's a market in the gap. Which I think is a pretty profound statement, because sometimes we look at a gap in a market and we think, well, we just create a product or a service that fills that gap, because then we're going to fill the gap in the market. But just because there's a gap doesn't necessarily mean that there's a business there. Maybe the reason there's a gap is because people have had a look in that gap and realized there's not enough market potential in there to actually make it into a serious business. So give some thought to that when you're looking at maybe identifying a new niche and trying to target a new segment of a new market. And if you've identified the gap, that's great, but ask yourself why that gap is there. Because maybe there's just no market in that gap. Alrighty, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.
Over all your brothers from a balcony, but we constructed bridge so y'all could come in. This is it.